Congratulations and welcome to the last week of the class. Your PICO question, all the hard work you did on that, your paper, your summary, all of that is now behind you, and now it's time to talk a little bit more about you. I know some of you are already in your dream job, and that is amazing. Some of you may be just barely starting in the career of nursing and you're not quite sure where you want to go with it, and that's fine. Or some of you may have an idea of what you want to look at in the future, but aren't quite sure how to get from where you are now to that ideal job. What we're going to be looking at is 3 ways for you to continue to engage in the evidence-based practice so that you make yourself as prepared as possible for whatever job it is that you will be doing. This is where you can really start to engage in your passion in this profession and find what works best for you. So, when we talk about scholarship I know for a lot of students means like the money you get that helps pay for tuition. But this is the broader idea of scholarship, scholarly work, scholarly activities. What you'll be doing is finding ways that you can stay up to date with scholarly works in your profession that link into what you are interested in within the field of nursing. You'll see there's quite a few different options here that have the main bullet points. You only need to select 3 of these options, and you'll have a space so you can do it on a tablet or on a phone where it'll be similar to that same quiz format, 1 block for each option that you choose. So, if you look at the world of nursing and things that you are engaged in and things that you are interested in, what is a professional organization that exists that you feel you could align yourself with to learn more evidence and to be able to contribute to evidence in the future? You do need to give an exact organization as well as a citation and reference to that organization. Now, keep in mind that can be citation and reference for a website for that organization. It does not need to be a scholarly article or anything like that about them. But you need to tell which professional organization did you select, how could affiliation with that group strengthen evidence, and how could you contribute to or gain from the evidence associated with that source. That's option 1. Option 2 is similar. It's for a nursing journal. Notice with these, like for example, the professional organization, you're encouraged to join them, especially because right now you can get a really nice student discount, which makes membership much cheaper, but it's not mandatory. If it's a journal, you are encouraged to either subscribe or bookmark it, but it's not required. Now, you may find a professional organization that puts out a journal, and that's fine. It can be linked like that, but in the first way, you need to be talking about the organization as a whole. And then down here, specifically what journal you would follow, whether that's through a subscription or through bookmarking, which is an option as well, particularly with online journals. It's giving much of the same information. You do need to provide a citation and reference to the journal's website, not to one individual article. Option 3 is finding a conference that you could attend. You don't have to attend it, but it's always encouraged. Attending conferences may seem like a task that needs to be done from the outside, but there's something incredibly engaging about attending a conference with like-minded individuals. So if there's a specific avenue of nursing that you are looking into, whether that is, for example, neonatal, or whether that is oncology or school nursing or whatever that is, if you find a conference of like-minded people who are also interested in that same aspect of nursing, engaging with them and networking with them, learning from them, exchanging can really be a nice burst of wind in your sails. It can be energizing in your profession. So look and see what conferences exist and give the information accordingly. Make sure you put a website that links back to an actual conference so that we can find out more information. Another option you can choose is a research team. You can join that. It's recommended, but definitely not required. There are research teams available through some local area hospitals as well as other platforms, including online. And so you can tell what research team you'd join and how that would shape your evidence-based practice. And the final one is continuing education courses. Those are always a great option. You don't need to complete them for this assignment, but it's always recommended. There are a few examples down here. So for example, there may be CEs through your workplace, through the journals that you found earlier, online training options. But there's also what's called MOOCs, which is multiple open online courses. And this is where a lot of universities from all over the world, top name universities, have offered some of their content open access, where anyone can go in and see it. And usually there's a free version, as well as a version that costs just a very small amount of money, where you get an official certificate stating that you completed whatever that course was. So if you choose that option, or for any of these, you need to give a specific course that would be applicable, not just, oh, I would look on, for example, Coursera. It's a website that has a lot of these MOOCs on it. You can't just say, I'd go to Coursera, but specifically identify a course that looks interesting to you or that would be applicable. How would enrollment in and completion of that course strengthen evidence? And how could you contribute to or gain from evidence associated with that source? So is it something where you could, as you advance in your career down the road, be able to contribute back into that, help them come up with modules, that type of thing. So again, there are 5 options to choose from. You only need to choose 3 and give the appropriate information, as well as citations, references, links, that kind of thing, so that your instructor can see exactly what those look like.